The world outside is loud. The city is a constant rush of engines, bright neon signs, and cold gray pavement. But then, I see it. An old stone building, tucked away between the modern glass towers. It looks like a secret from another century. I reach for the heavy brass handle. It feels cold and solid in my hand. As I pull, the massive wooden door creaks, a slow, deep sound that feels like a greeting. I step inside, and the heavy door thuds shut behind me, cutting off the sound of the wind and the splashing cars. Suddenly, there is only silence. A thick, velvety silence that wraps around my shoulders like a warm blanket. I have arrived. I stand in the entrance for a long minute, just breathing. The air here doesn't feel like the air outside. It is still. It is weighted with the scent of a million stories. It smells of aged paper, slightly sweet and musty, like vanilla and old leather. There is the sharp, clean scent of floor wax and the faint, metallic hint of a cold radiator. My eyes adjust to the dim, golden light. High above, the ceiling is lost in the shadows, supported by dark mahogany beams. To my left and right, the shelves stretch into the darkness. Row after row, floor to ceiling. They are packed with books of every color, deep forest greens, faded crimsons, and midnight blues. I start to walk, my boots making a soft thump-thump on the Persian rugs that line the aisles. Every step takes me further away from my worries. I find my favorite spot. It's a secluded alcove in the back of the north wing. There is a small, sturdy oak table that has seen decades of students and dreamers. It is positioned right next to a magnificent arched window. Outside, the sky has turned the color of charcoal. The rain isn't just falling, it's performing. I hear the rhythmic patter. Tap, patter against the thick glass. Each drop hits the window, shatters, and then slowly slides down, joining others to form long, shimmering rivers. The city lights across the street are blurred, transformed into soft, glowing jewels of amber, ruby, and sapphire. Inside, I am safe. I am dry. I am exactly where I need to be. I carefully set my things down. I move slowly, as if any sudden motion might break the magic of the room. I take out my small thermos. As I unscrew the lid, a thin ribbon of steam curls upward, dancing in the faint light of the street lamp outside. The smell of Earl Grey and bergamot fills my small corner. I hold the warm cup between my palms, feeling the heat seep into my fingers. I take a sip, letting the warmth spread through my chest. There is no urge to check my phone. There are no emails to answer. My only task right now is to watch the rain and listen to the breath of the library. The world can wait. For tonight, the world doesn't exist. I turn my attention to the shelf next to me. I reach out and run my fingertips along the spines. Some are made of modern buckram, hard and smooth. Others are bound in old, soft calfskin that feels like silk under my touch. I pull out a book at random. Its cover is a deep, faded indigo with gold lettering that has almost rubbed away. I open it gently. The spine gives a tiny, satisfied crackle, the sound of a book waking up after a long sleep. The pages are heavy and cream-colored with slightly tattered edges. As I turn a page, the sound is a soft shh, like a secret being whispered. I don't read the words for information. I read them for the rhythm. I feel the thoughts of the author, written 100 years ago, connecting with mine in this quiet room. We are sharing a moment across time. I open my own journal. The pages are crisp and white, a stark contrast to the yellowed books around me. I pick up my fountain pen. I love the weight of it, the way the cool metal feels against my skin. I begin to write. Not because I have something important to say, but because I want to hear the sound of the nib dancing on the paper. Scratch, scratch, glide. The sound is incredibly clear in the silence. I write about the way the shadows stretch across the floorboards. I write about the low, distant rumble of thunder that vibrates through the floor every few minutes. The thunder sounds like a giant purring, deep and protective. It makes the library feel even more like a fortress, a sanctuary against the storm. The afternoon light has completely faded now. The library is a sea of deep shadows. I reach over and click on the small desk lamp. It has a heavy brass base and a classic green glass shade. Suddenly, my small table is bathed in a warm emerald glow. The light creates a tiny world just for me. Outside that circle of light, the library is a mystery of dark corners and hidden corridors. I lean back, my head resting against the high back of the wooden chair. I close my eyes. I can hear the building settling, a floorboard creaking here, the soft rustle of a curtain there. It's a symphony of quiet. I feel my heartbeat slowing down, matching the steady, peaceful pace of the rain. In the outside world, doing nothing is a waste of time. But here, in the library, doing nothing is an art form. I spend a long time just staring at a single drop of water on the window pane, watching it race another drop to the bottom. I think about nothing and everything at once. My mind feels like a calm lake. The ripples of the day, the stress, the noise, the rush have all smoothed out. I am learning to be still, to just exist in this golden circle of light, surrounded by the wisdom of the past and the beauty of the rain. Eventually, I know it's time to leave, but I don't rush. I pack my pen and my journal with slow, deliberate movements. I finish the last of my tea, savoring the lingering warmth. I stand up and tuck my chair back under the table, making sure it's exactly where I found it. I walk back through the long aisles of books, whispering a silent thank you to the shelves. As I reach the heavy exit door, I take one last deep breath of the vanilla and oak air, trying to store the scent in my memory. I push the door open and step back out into the cool, wet night. The rain is still falling, but I am different now. I carry the library's silence inside me like a hidden treasure. And I know I can always come back.